my name is Lemon, and I am not only a part-time, full-time content creator, but I'm also a full-time university student. I have been streaming for around 2 years. I started actually pursuing it a little bit more actively in the past year and a half. As a full-time university student, I thought that I could give a few helpful tricks to anyone who possibly might be in the same circumstance. I just want to outline that I currently am doing my classes online and not in person, but this winter I will be doing it in person, and that's probably going to affect a few things. So maybe take this with a grain of salt if you are in person, just because I don't have as many good resources. But yeah, let's get in. I put in some notes so that I would make sure that I did not miss anything today. The first thing I want to do is keep a tight schedule. One thing that I did is that I would go live all the time. I would go live on my days off. I would go live when I wasn't scheduled. And what that does is that it doesn't really allow you to have proper days off, and it would probably impact your ability to study properly. I find that it affected me quite a lot. I still did pretty good, but I did find myself to burn out a little bit, so that is something you may want to just keep track. Also, Discord is your best friend. Discord saved my booty. If I ever had to do last minute group projects that cut into my stream time, or I had to even cancel stream because I had to like a last minute paper to do that I could not find the time to do prior. Discord. At your Discord, do not feel uncomfortable. You are a student. You are trying to pursue a higher education. You are trying to multitask. If I could give advice to myself from a year and a half ago, I would say at your Discord, don't be scared. If you're missing a stream, if you're delaying a stream because of your studies, that is okay. My gosh, like I cannot emphasize how important your studies are, because that really enables you to do well in the future, and it enables you to have a great future as well. Last thing I do is to keep your schedule updated. I find that the first week or two of school, I do have to change my schedule around. If that means possibly streaming on Monday instead of Tuesday, if I decide to do a evening stream just because it fits within my schedule and that's something I want to explore, you let your community know. I know that these are like very simple things, but I just hope that like this normalizes changing your schedule. Even if you said this is it right before school started, it is okay to change. Life happens. I've actually had a few classes that completely changed from evening to morning, and that affected my stream schedule, and I changed it and I let my community know. The next thing I want to just next thing I want to point out is to remind your community that you are a student. I find that a lot of people just assume that I'm a full-time content creator, and that is awesome. I'm really glad that they think that I have that quality to my streams, and that's really cool. But I do remind people that I am a student, because that means that I'm not live every single day, and I usually will only stream 3 to 4 days during my schooling, just because I will burn out if I do that. If I stream every single day, or if I stream longer than 3 to 4 days, I will burn out, and that's not something I want to do. I will also say this is, I think, a huge this is also something I want to emphasize a lot on. I, last year, posted 3 to 4 times on TikTok every single day, and that is something I would not encourage you to do. Burning out from creating content not only on Twitch is a real thing. My recommendation to you is to post just once, maybe twice on TikTok if you really want to, and repost that content on your Instagram, on YouTube Shorts, on maybe even your like Twitter. It is crazy how much one video can be reposted and do really well on multiple different algorithms. I guess that's the way I want to say. The third thing I want to emphasize in this section, so I just wrote down some notes, is when you are doing your in-person Zoom classes, turn off the lights, hide any plushies, hide anything that is not professional. I find that it usually will make me look a little bit better if I don't have streamlights and everything in the background. I also have opted for my green screen for different presentations and whatnot. I just find that it enables me for other people to not know that I'm a streamer. I think my personal identity is very, very, very important. And I would not want people from my school to join my streams because I think that could risk possibly them doxing me. And that brings me to the next point. When you are on stream, I know that you want to share everything about your life and you want to share about your stressful projects and whatnot, but do keep in fact that you probably don't want everyone to know where you live. I would say never mention your exact schedule. Do not mention building names. I know that this is like really, really, really like, this is like stuff that you probably would you don't mean to do it, but you possibly do. I just really want to reinstate that your personal identity is really important and that people can find you based off of building names. If they know the state that you live in, they could possibly assume that you go to X and Y university and they can look those things up. So do make sure that you keep your personal life a little bit more private. Another thing is that do not mention locations that are unique to your own community, such as mentioning street names, mentioning different cafes that you've went to. If you attend a diner or a cafe or restaurant in your area and you tell stream often about it, what could happen is someone could get interested and look up your location, and that would be possibly doxing where you live, and that could lead to some very interesting altercations. So I would recommend just making sure that you do keep that in mind when you are having conversations with chat. As well as my favorite thing is on Starbucks drinks and coffee drinks, they will sometimes have labels on them. Whenever you do order delivery on stream, we have all been there where the evening before we were busy, unfortunately, doing big assignments, and we need that coffee, and we order Starbucks, we order Tim Hortons, we ordered, I guess, Dunkin' Donuts if you live in the States, and we decide to get coffee. Well, the problem is that when you are showing that receipt, or you are maybe showing that coffee cup on stream, someone could possibly go and dox you because it does show the store number on Starbucks cup. So do make sure that you do keep that in mind to do a little bit of the thing. I guess some major points that I want you to retain if you are still listening to this part of the video. I'm very sorry, guys. My stutter today is really bad. Thank you for just allowing me to talk. Make sure your studies are a priority. I just want to reinstate, if you have to cancel stream, if you have to possibly change around your schedule, that is okay. I cannot emphasize how important your studies are. If you decide to go into content creation after you are done with your education, more power to you. But I do think that getting your degree, getting your certificate, getting your master's is very important. Allows you to definitely have options other than content creation at the end of the day. And my biggest recommendation, if when it comes to midterms and finals, if you have a final or a midterm, even if it's in person, cancel stream that day. I have done the mistake of streaming the day of my midterm, and even though I had a great stream and I felt pumped going into my midterm, I should have probably spent that day studying. Did I still do well? Am I definitely an A+ student? Absolutely. But my recommendation is to cancel those days. And don't do the same mistake as me. You probably would have not streamed on your midterm or final day, but you know, people like me do dumb mistakes, and it happens. So I'm just trying to educate people to not do the same thing as me. And it's okay to move your schedule around. Just keep people updated. The biggest thing is keep people updated. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, if you use Facebook for whatever reason. Make sure to keep people updated about your schedule, and good luck with your studies. Thank you for listening. I hope this was interesting to you. Hopefully maybe helped one person. That's what I'm hoping it does. I know that content creation and school can be a really, 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 really rough ordeal. It can be a lot of time management, but you got this. Just make sure to keep your priorities in line, and to make sure that you have a good time streaming. You do not want to burn out, and you want to keep streaming a fun thing for you.